What is up, guys? Welcome to Get Critical, where me and Dontain just talk about Guild Wars 2 in a sort of critical eye, sort of, right?
In the eye, like when your sister poked you with a pencil.
Ah, that
In the
hurt.
eye.
I still have the lid actually in my eye right now as we speak. Today we're gonna be talking about I guess the patch that came out. And we're gonna touch on guild missions and the patch notes. Well, the things that we liked and a little bit of the dungeon changes. All right. So what did you like about the patch, Dante?
Um,
Dante.
I liked a lot of things. I liked the warrior changes. Um, I made a video covering warrior changes because this time around we actually got changes that were like, whoa, because in previous patches we had just gotten warrior changes that were like, this now has a combo finisher when it didn't before, or it said, oh, this has a combo finisher, but it wasn't working before, which was kind of like, yeah, who cares. But this time around we got a lot of stuff added to the class, which is neat. Like one of the traits is called Last Stand, and it gives us stability when we're hit automatically, and it didn't tell us what cooldown it had. Now, and it did in the trait, it tells us that it's a 90-second cooldown. And like they reduced the cooldown on the impale, which is where we tap a sword in the offhand, we throw it at a target, and it bleeds a lot. And the other one was pin down has a bleed now, so it has like a 6 second bleed for the root on a longbow skill. So that's pretty cool. Just quality of life things that they obviously were to add
Yeah, I
throughout the course of the game. So finally get to see that. They'll probably do more for us later, but it's just because warriors are super balanced and other classes need more love than us. So
yeah. I mean, we just us Guardians had just got a fix for one of our Grand Master traits, Pure of Voice, where it was supposed to change a condition into a boon, but it never did that. Instead, it either didn't work at all or it removed conditions. And we finally got that fixed this patch. I don't know how this stuff kind of just like slides by, you know. And actually it'll be nice to see actually percentage and actually a bigger um uh, I guess more detail in each trait, instead of just like these vague answers through these trait that this blog of text that they have there. It's just like very vague of what it does and stuff.
yeah, it's hard to keep all that stuff like in line with every class because like I complained about in the patch note, it says the soldier runes, the sixth set bonus that removes a condition, now properly removes a condition. And in my video I was like, what are you talking about? It always did that. And other people who play other classes that have shouts, they were like, oh, it didn't work for other classes. And I'm just like, oh, right, that's right, because I only play one class. So, and then the whole underwater using soldier runes, since you wear a breather, we wear a rebreather when we go underwater in the game, you have to put the rune in the rebreather. So you don't get a sixth rune if you don't have a rune in a rebreather. So it sucks.
Yeah, that does
So
suck
I
actually.
blew up in the video. I was like, what the fuck? And people are like, dummy. And it's just something I never thought about because underwater combat's like the last thing I think of. So,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either,
but I
definitely.
learned something, so that's always important.
All right, well, dungeon changes. Ascalon Catacombs had some few changes. I never got to play it yet. I heard that it's a little bit harder, and they made things more fun. And you know how Arena says
Yeah,
fun. Oh, this is more fun. I don't know
they
what
made it more interesting and fun.
I don't know what their definition of fun
Arena
is.
needs to look up the word fun.
They seem to make everything more difficult.
You got two perfectly fine people who will give you good feedback, Arena Net. You don't even have to pay us.
Oh,
We
hey,
will tell
hold
you what
on,
we think is fun.
wait. Don't say that just yet. I might want to work out a deal with Arena. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's
Yeah.
always good. It's always good to offer services free of charge from the goodness of our heart first, and we will. You can run it
Goodness.
past because whoever the hell you have in that beta, who's the ongoing beta tester people, either their definition of fun is just backwards, or you guys don't know what fun is. Because without going into a million details, you can do Escalon Catacombs for yourself right now, and you get back to me on how fun you think it is, everyone watching, and you, Matt,
Yeah.
because they did things that, in a nutshell, they made certain things harder, but they didn't increase the reward. So in doing that, they're saying to us that, well, we think the reward is adequate. It was more than adequate before. Now it's on a level playing field of adequacy, which I don't agree with, because everyone knows dungeon loot sucks. What's the point of running dungeons? To get the skins for the armor,
or like lodestones in certain dungeons.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
that barely drop for me. Well, a lot of people get them, but not me. I'm one of those guys that are very unlucky for some reason. I was very lucky a few months ago, but yeah, now I'm not anymore. Arena doesn't like me. They put some code on my character, I swear.
On the topic of like looting, they did in the patch notes. They said that they increased the dragon chest, the quality of dragon chest loot, and the quantity. And I was really interested in seeing what they did there. And I've been looting dragon chests. I've been looting all the chests that I can using the Dragon Timer app it's not an app. It's just it's a website.
Right.
I just have it on my phone, and I just look up when the timers are up for it, because it's all volunteer based. Like you have to say like, oh, the Shadow just died, so then the timer knows it'll be 2 hours or whatever. So I just been going to each dragon and looting, and I've been getting 1 or 2 yellows every single time. From like Shatter to Quaddle, Shadow Behemoth.
That's definitely a step in the right direction.
Yes.
Great.
I like it because now I'm like dailies and maybe go kill these dragons, but I don't have to be pressured. I can just wait on a certain amount of time. And what's good is that you see people doing it too. Like you show up and there's a whole bunch of people showing up because they're like, yep, I'm here for my ectoplasm, maybe. But still, like, if the idea is now you get a yellow every time, good. I want to see more of this in there. I want to see, well, like we talked about before, what is it, yellows? Didn't somebody say in a blog post or whatever, oh, we would like champions to drop rares
right
future? It's like, good. So take that idea and apply that to Ascalon Catacombs, because that shit is really, it's not like it's undoable, but it's just extremely frustrating now after you're so used to it.
Right. I used to steamroll it, and there's nothing wrong with steamrolling a dungeon if you know what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like ArenaNet feels like you shouldn't be able to do that or something like that. Like there's the DR and all that type of stuff. Even if the dungeon is hard, like Ara. Ara is if you have a pug with you or sort of like that, it gets a little challenging, regardless of how crazy your team is, you know. And I've blown through it a couple times with my guild. And it's pretty much like I would like for me to still go in regardless of DR and still do it. But I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But for the Ascalon Catacombs, level 35, go level 4, level 35 characters going inside of there. Oh man. And now that they're making it harder, I don't see this is very good for the
Dungeons
first dungeon.
are already like to the first time Guild Wars 2 player, the first impressioner. The dungeons are already intimidating.
Right.
I mean, the whole game is literally intimidating, and you need to sort of like ease into it with a friend or two who like, yeah, I play Guild Wars 2. No, dodging's cool, bro. The combat's awesome. It's intimidating. Everything is. And to sit there and go, you know what? I got an idea. Let's make it harder. Cause
the first dungeon.
It evolves the world. No, fuck that. Add new dungeons. Give me something new to do that is also challenging. Don't make old dungeons challenging without. I'm cool if you want to make them all challenging and shit, but let's get some better loot in those chests, please.
I guess now like level 35 is kind of out the window, because doing a level 5 with blues and greens is not necessarily the best thing. I'm guessing now the story is the easy one.
Story mode didn't get touched at all. Story mode got touched in a lot of dungeons, but you're right. Though. Everyone go to story mode if you're level 30, but 35, people weren't doing dungeons to level up anyway.
Right.
So, but
I mean, you won't get tokens or anything like that or anything special like that, but I mean, you can still play the content. So I guess that's one thing right there.
Die, yeah.
Exactly.
And then quit Guild Wars because you don't like it. You gotta think, ArenaNet. You gotta think about these kinds of things. I don't like sounding like the smarty pants who knows it all, because I do. I come off sounding like a smart ass all the time. Sometimes, all the time. But come on, I'm not even a game developer, and I know this shit. You don't, whatever. Anyway, I said I wasn't gonna talk about this forever, so.
But guild missions now. That's a big thing that we touched on last time, and now we're gonna have. Well, I've actually played guild bounty. So let me touch on my first impression of guild missions. When I logged in, I downloaded the patch, and I was like, okay, I cannot wait to play guild puzzle because that's the one I'm most looking forward to. And
Yeah.
I go in, you can't play any of the guild missions, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And basically the only one that you can unlock is the guild bounty, right? And it takes 3 hours to not 3 hours, 3 days to unlock the guild bounty. And then from guild bounty you earn merits to unlock the other guild missions, because the other guild missions counts you need guild merits as well. So for a guild trek, you need like 30, and then it keeps going up to 50 and 80, and then 150, and then 250 for the guild puzzle. And you need guild merits and influence.
Yeah.
So all the small guilds, they can't get any of this stuff, and they probably will never even touch this stuff because it takes a very long time to earn influence. You need active members, and doing those active members need to be doing activities every day and all that type of stuff. I think everyone should have had tier 1 because there's tiers in the guild bounty and all those of the guild missions. So everyone should have had access to tier 1 instead of it being the top tier, because they added new levels to the categories. Art of war, politics, stuff like that. They added level 6, and some of them had level 4, so they added level 5. I really think everyone should have gotten an option to get tier 1, and then they subtract like getting a precursor from tier 1 and certain rewards.
Yeah. Well, then on top of that, to rank up, to get to the rank that's needed to unlock, or to buy the unlock, you need to spend even more influence points.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And for as many people in this game who don't like the idea of there being like an end game thing, I can't imagine how these people feel about it. And again, I'm not going to be so critical to say that like you need to do this and that and this and that, because there's no way you can please everybody. It's just that, again, if you were to have like maybe polled your beta testers and said like, hey, maybe should we give tier 1 to like everybody at tier 1 of every guild mission? It doesn't give that many merits, but there's probably a reason for that. My thinking is that, well, you did the guild mission, the bounty, right?
Yeah, I did.
So you did tier 1 of guild bounty.
Guild bounty, right?
Did you get a guild token?
Yeah, I got
thing?
2 commendations, 2 guild.
Okay, so that might be why that they didn't put it in, like why they didn't feather it in to the other ranks, because guild commendations are how you get the ascended earrings, and they probably wouldn't like you to have access to them without like paying your dues and stuff like that. I can see that as their reason, but still, like,
they should have cut it down from
this is gonna end up like fractal relics. Like, you're gonna have pristine fractal relics and be like, okay, now I don't even want to run fractals because the only reason to run it is to acquire the ascended rings. Well, I don't run it anymore because I have the rings I want. So I mean, and then the obvious is you can get fractal skins, but who cares, because the chance of getting that is like, shit. So and then it's not, you can get multiples of the one you don't want. So okay. But so I can understand like why they're not feathered into the different ranks, but I think it would have been a better idea just for like, people returning to the game, like we talked about before. Like, this is the thing, like you just like arena that guild missions are coming. Everybody who has the game, come back and play with your guild.
Exactly.
Which is the, I think, the business plan with these monthly updates. Come back and check out what's been added. It is awesome.
But
and
none
it's
of
like,
them
cool,
can play it.
day 1 you can't do any of them.
Not even day 2, not even day 3. Like, you have to wait weeks for it to build any of these, and to even give it. How you could give it a 25% boost in build time, but that's 75,000 influence. That's
and a lot
insane.
of people don't have that amount of money to spend on commendations.
Right.
Because money is something that none of us have in this game, except for the 100 or 200 people who have like 8,000 gold from flipping the dreamer, or not the dreamer, the lover. If I had, I would have done that. Yeah, if I had 600, 700 gold as a seed money, I would have flipped one of the lovers a few times.
I mean,
whatever.
I'm not saying that like small guilds, like everyone should get what they need, but the thing is with this is just not a lot of people. I'm fortunate to have some influence, to even build any of this stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't. A lot of people, new people that are coming to the game, a lot of people are that haven't logged in a while and their guild is dead. They don't have any other stuff to do, and you need a big group to do it. And it's not like a small guild could do it either. We have to, like, the guild bounty, for people who do not know, you have to find someone to assassinate them in a map, in all Eteria. So you have to be level 80 for some of these maps. So because they're going to be in level 80 maps as well as in low level maps as well. So it's still separating people from, like, they have to be level 80. So it's more like an end game thing, and a more end game thing for guilds as well. So only big guilds are going to be able to do this. And we were talking about loyalty, guild loyalty. I don't think people are going to be going to guilds. There's going to be a certain amount of people, not all of them. They're going to be like, oh, do you have guild missions unlocked? Do you have all this unlocked? Because I'm not going to join your guild if you don't have that unlocked.
Or I'm not going to rep your guild.
Yeah, I'm not going to rep your guild. I'm just going to log on or rep your guild when it's time to do guild missions and just leave.
But again, it's more of this is like a long-term type of goal,
right?
And everybody can work on ascended things bit by bit, fractals and then laurels and then guild tokens and whatever. But people want it. People want to be able to do it, and so it's kind of like it's just difficult to say guild missions are coming, and then when they get here, it's like you have to pay a tax and then wait.
Big one.
And we're in big guilds, and I don't imagine that there are. I mean, I'm sure there are big guilds like ours, but there aren't. Not everybody's guild is the same size as ours, and that's not like a boast or nothing. It's just we have more people to
do
rep the guild and build more influence for it. So whatever.
On the positive side, you do get. I'm thinking you get a better chance at tier 3 for those who unlock tier 3, or for those missions that even have tier 3 can get the precursor, right. Which we don't know the percent chance that we're actually gonna get it. It could be 1%. So
yeah, it's better than 0.5%.
So I mean, it's there. That's the good side of things, and that you get 2 accommodations that you can use to get a lot of cool stuff in the vendor, and you get 2 rares automatically.
So with merits, like you earn a merit for completing a tier.
Yeah, you earn a certain amount of merits for completing.
So it's not like influence points at all, where it's like depending on the number of players who participate in the guild mission, you get more merits. It's just when you complete it.
Yeah, you have to complete.
And you can repeat guild bounty 1, right?
Yeah, but only once each week.
Right, but I mean, if people in the guild didn't get it, like if somebody can't get on until the weekend, you can activate guild bounty for 200 influence in 1 day build time. Right. You MattVisual will not get the 2 guild tokens, but people who don't have it yet, they will get.
I really hope so. I haven't tried that yet. I should definitely.
It's a bug. Quick, do it now. Everyone get 1 million. Before they patch it,
because that would be pretty bad. Because not everyone has time to do it.
Well, it's not like they're expensive. It's just the acquisition of getting them is expensive. You could a 1 day build time on a 200 influence. You could basically pay 200 influence to activate it, and then pay like a certain amount of influence just to finish it up.
Right.
1 day isn't that. I mean, it's longer than banners, but it's just 1 day.
All right.
But still.
All right. I guess that's it, guys. Anything else you want to say, Dontain?
I forget. Is that it? Guild missions.
Guild missions.
Yeah. So run Askel and Catacombs.
Tell us what you think.
Yep.
Comment, leave a like if you think it's great, and send us a puppy. As always. Get critical. Hope you guys enjoyed the video with me and Dontain. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like, share with your friends, leave a comment, say what's up in the comment section below. And stay visual.